If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. So I think EA may have messed up the time frame today when it came to releasing content, because they released content for the Evolution earlier, but the Icon Pack and I believe David is not released yet. Those cards are going to be released, I guess, in an hour from now, potentially, because if you check the EA Sports Instagram account, they already added Jonathan David SBC as a picture on their Instagram, but obviously because of the time change, they must have messed it up, because it should have been released at 2 o'clock and it's not. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and check out the evolutions today. This one is going to be another paid one. This paid one is going to be called something Bompastor. I think it's Brilliant Bompastor, something like that. Yeah, so it's a Brilliant Bompastor. Your players receive a pretty significant boost, I would say. Depending on who you choose, you could choose some very, very good players for this one, right? Because obviously there's going to be a couple of options that you're going to be able to potentially work with, right? So the one that's showing in the game is Andrea Medina, Spanish player, Atletico Madrid links, but a female player, the left back position. Hopefully her height is in a decent area, because if not, then, you know. But you get a +1 in skill moves, a couple of stat increases, and then you get anticipate, and then a +1 in the weak foot department. So to be fair, for the defensive players, it would be really helpful to work with. Yeah. Weak foot improvement, skill move improvement, anticipate. Then you also get incisive pass, big playstyle to work with in the fullback position, dead ball plus, which honestly can be very helpful as well. And then attacking wingback in some formations, like, you know, recently we did the review for Nick's 4-3-1-2, and he has attacking wingback there. It's going to be perfect for players like that. So definitely a very interesting evolution. Again, I would say mainly for defensive-oriented cards or midfielders that have defensive stats, right? So we're going to go ahead and check out some of the options that you are going to potentially be able to work with, right? So Brilliant Bompastor, you can already see that Francisco Mora is trending. Francisco Mora gets a nice improvement. To be fair to him, I think he already had a card before that was pretty nice. Like, I even completed that evolution, and honestly, he performs pretty decently in game. Would I want to give him the dead ball? It wouldn't be horrible, honestly, because from the corner kicks, having a fullback there, it's good and it's bad, because you don't really want to get counterattacked from the corner kicks if you have another defensive player taking the corner kick. But then again, I think you can actually, like, so I've never done that, like the selection for the corners, because I'm always like doing different things. But I think if you can select them, then it could be really cool to add on him, right? With the FC Porto links, Portuguese links in the future. There's going to be a couple of female players here that are going to definitely be very interesting to take a look at. Svava was obviously a really nice card last year, from the Future Stars, I believe. She gives you the Leon links, so that mainly will be a link for Diani if you ever do anything with that in the future. Dead ball is being added to her. Good stat improvements. Dead ball, incisive pass, whip pass. This evolution gives you very, very significant improvements, right? I think the passing playstyles, especially incisive pass and the whipped pass, is pretty big ones. I think they're very, very big ones to work with, especially in the fullback position for someone that's going to potentially attack in your team, right? Because that is the other added variable with this evolution, is that obviously with a card like Francisco Mora, he gets the attacking wingback, and then he also gets the passing playstyles, anticipate, dead ball, right? So all of those playstyles are being added to the card, which obviously does change it quite significantly. Another female player here, funny, left mid position this time, but can also play in the left back position like Andrea. But she gets a nice improvement as well. 3-star capabilities. Not too bad there. Female player again, Chambers. From the Inform version, makes him pretty usable for the Wigan Athletic fans. So some pretty cool stuff there. Gonzalo Inacio gets an improvement. I mean, I wouldn't personally go down this route. I mean, his pace. I mean, I'm saying that I wouldn't, but at the same time, like maybe playing in the left back position wouldn't be horrible. I guess it depends, right? Because his dribbling on the ball, I feel like would be a little bit sus to work with, potentially. Can I give him an anchor and make him a lengthy? You can. I mean, that adds to it. I think that's pretty cool. Right, for the Portuguese, but for 70k, debatable. I don't know if I would do that for Ignacio in the center back position. Morato from Nottingham Forest, Doughty or Doty. Is this from the card? It is. Pedro Rebocho gets one. Yeah. This is the links for the Saudi Arabian players, and honestly, he looks kind of cool. Yeah, good dribbling stats for attacking wingback. Shadow chemistry style. Yeah, left-footed player on the left-hand side. It's a nice card. Really good improvements. Jockey with anticipate, with bruiser, incisive pass, switch pass, dead ball block. Not too bad there, not too bad. Kadioglu. This guy, I mean, listen, you're giving him the improvement with the evolution, but I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. This guy is just a good left back in the game, or fullback in general, to be honest. He's just good. I don't know. For me personally, I enjoy using him. When I had to start the account on the PC and I played him in the left back position, from all the players that I had on my team, I'm like, Kadioglu is the one guy that can honestly stay in the team. It's him and Gyökeres. I kept saying it all the time, right? But with this card, he gets a bunch of like added play styles, which makes him even better, mainly for like the attacking capabilities. But again, jockey, working with an anticipate, a rapid, a quick step. Quick step with a rapid is great. That's actually very nice, especially on a shadow chemistry style. The card is unfortunately not really formatted to be a physical player, but honestly, doesn't really perform that bad on a shadow chemistry style. I would actually be perfectly fine with that, but only in some situations would you lack in physical presence from time to time. Arsonist, if you didn't do the evolution for the founders into this card, which if you did, it's unfortunate for you because now you have this and you could have done Sissoko, but we don't really know the evolution path that they take, right? But Arsonist looks pretty cool. You can't really go wrong with him, right? He definitely needed that improvement at some point. It's interesting with him because he's right-footed on the left-hand side with the attacking wingback. I mean, you could totally do that, right? Would it be super ideal? Maybe not. It depends. But he looks pretty good, right? He has a lot of really cool stuff to work with. Dead ball plus, incisive pass, whipped pass, intercept, anticipate, press proven, relentless. It's a lot of really good play styles. I think the only unfortunate thing is that he's not a center mid, but he could potentially turn into one at some point in the future, right? So that is a food for thought situation there for sure. Kostic, Gozens, Desciglio, Blind, Lucas Beraldo. Makes it more usable for the PSG fans for sure. A couple of sentimentals here and there as well. Arsenal, Manchester United center back with 59 pace. Not super ideal. Yeah, we got to check some of the trending cards because this is going to be interesting. For me, I could totally see players like Mendy and stuff getting it. And if they do, it's kind of crazy, to be honest. So we could already see the trending cards over here. I had a feeling, man. I was like looking. I was like, I think Mendy would actually get one, right? You could see Kadioglu still there too because obviously he would be fantastic, right? But Sissoko's trending for obvious reasons. Let's check out the evolution to see if they've already put it up. Oh, brilliant. That's really nice. Okay, so Mendy gets some really nice improvements. It's mainly pace, shooting, passing, and dribbling. I'll be honest with you guys. This is a good improvement because he definitely needed the dribbling boost, man, and the passing boost, to be honest. But not only are you doing all of that, but now you have attacking wingback plus on him, which would be really cool to work with as well. A nicely formatted card for the shadow chemistry style because his physical stats are actually in a very, very good spot. So some really, really good stuff there with the pace and the defending being in a really nice area. He looks really cool. This is actually a very, very nice evolution. 70k on Mendy with the links that he provides and a dribbling and passing boost, I think would definitely be a cool thing to add to him for sure. Because, like I said, you definitely notice the dribbling and the passing from time to time being on the lower side, but now that he gets the play styles, it adds a lot to it, right? Even anticipate being added is pretty cool too. Did he have that before? No. Anticipate being added is definitely a very big deal. But yeah, with the attacking wingback, that's definitely really cool. Diogo Dalot, who, as you guys know, is a fantastic player in this year's game. And the reason why he's fantastic is because he's just really well formatted, right? You know what it is too, man? It's his body type, man. He's like a 6 foot tall player, but if you use this guy in game, for some reason, his dribbling is actually nice to work with. Like you wouldn't expect his agility and balance to be low like that with the way that he can dribble in game as a fullback. It's very impressive. But yeah, I was talking about like some of the other ones, like this one. Like I used this card on the console account when we played on it. And, you know, on a shadow, he was great. On an anchor, he was fantastic as well. So with this new card, which is a paid version of it, you get added playstyles, which is great, right? Anticipate, whipped pass, incisive pass, dead ball, right? Some really, really cool stuff. But now you can play him in a realistic sense of having him as an attacking wingback in the left back position. What's really funny about that is that for FC Porto's B team, when he used to play, that's where he used to play quite a bit. It used to be in the left back position, and he just used to just whipping across on his right foot. He was just a very solid player. Very solid player. 2 versions of Mendy. So you can get someone like this if you did the we play possession on him. There was an evolution for Mendy. I don't remember which one it was. It might have been that one, to be honest. A dribbling and a passing boost is always a welcome inclusion for that card. So if you did that and now you can pay for that one, that would actually be worth it, to be honest. Udogi, I think Udogi's another nice card, to be honest. Udogi has like good base mechanics in game. I like the way that he generally feels. Even Kadioglu, I think Kadioglu is really nice too, but it just depends on the links that you're going to be working with, right? But yeah, this card, I like him. I think he performs really nicely. He also is a lengthy on an anchor chemistry style, so more potential to work with there in the future as well. He has the attacking wingback plus added to the card, more play styles, really, really good stuff, right? Tottenham Hotspur teams, you know, it depends on what you're working with. There could be a few variables to work with there. Balde definitely needed a boost, 100%. He lacks in physical, which I'm telling you this right now, you would notice in game with him. Because I used them quite a bit from like the previous version, but I think this card looks really good, to be honest, because he would be like a more agile fullback that has the added passing play styles. Jockey with anticipate is really cool. A quick step is actually pretty cool as well. So you know, the big thing with this card, honestly, is the links that people do with the female Barcelona players, because they're really good to use in this game, right? Putellas, Patrick Guijaro, Bonmati, right? Like, they're fantastic to use in this game. So that's why they're always cards that people look into as well, right? Daily Blend actually looks pretty sick. That's actually very interesting. Unfortunately, he is a controlled player, which isn't super great, but at the same time, in the center back position, it could be pretty cool to work with. The only reason why I wouldn't go down this route is because maybe if he was a lengthy with that pace, I would, or you do it because you're hoping for a further evolution down the road. But he looks more like a center back, but then I wouldn't want to give dead ball to a center back because I'd like to be able to give him different things in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like actual defensive play styles. I swear in this game, it's like really crazy to look at. DeMarco, one of the best left backs in the world. If you guys watch this guy play, he's fantastic. A good improvement for him. Very good improvement. A lot of really good boosts in the pace, shooting, and defending departments, right? Well formatted as well. Shadow chemistry style. Most of these cards are well formatted. They actually did a good job with this evolution. But yeah, shadow chemistry style, really good pace improvement. Defense is in a great area. Long ball pass as well. That's very nice. Long ball pass is such a crazy playstyle, guys. I'm telling you, man. In the fullback position, especially, like, dude, you get the links with this card. If you're still using Tudom, you use Tudom. I think the new Bastoni could be really good too. I haven't really tried it myself, but that would be a really cool link to work with too. So yeah, it definitely looks really nice on that card as well. Nathan Ake gets one. Again, I don't know if I would go down this route of giving him Like left back, yes, but he's not a lengthy at left back, so it's kind of like with the future though, like maybe his pace would be a little bit higher. It'd be really nice. I say that, but like honestly, these cards could potentially just perform really well in game, right? Like there's a lot of potential there for sure. Joe Gomez, holy, look at this thing. Yeah, you know what? To be fair, there's gonna be a few people that actually have this, and what's really funny about him is that you could play him left back. That's so funny. He already originally had that, but now he has the oh dude, he has a bunch of passing play styles. Dead ball. He has block, anticipate. Right-footed player on the left-hand side would probably not be ideal, but I guess it depends on the person, right? Kadioglu we already checked out. This one is not bad to look into as well if you're building some sort of like Bundesliga team. Just because, again, there's not always a whole lot to work with in the beginning of the year. So for a card like this on a shadow, well formatted, only he's not a lengthy with the pace that he has, but still, I mean, it could still be a decent card, but maybe for the price range, it would be mainly sentimental. Nuno Mendes is actually one I wanted to check out. Yeah, a good pace split. The only thing that he lacks is strength and aggression, but I could still see this card being pretty solid to use. PSG, Portuguese links, there is a lot of potential to work with that in the future, because you never know if they drop some sort of crazy Gonzalo Ramos card, some crazy Vitinha card, João Neves card, like, you don't know, right? You don't know. Attacking wingback plus definitely suits his IRL playstyle as well. So he doesn't have originally have that? I was about to say, because I'm like, that's how he plays, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, plus is added to him, right? So some really good cool stuff. Mark Cucurella gets one too, 85 pace boost. I mean, Chelsea fans will be content about this. They'll be content about this. I don't know. I feel like they'll drop a promo card at some points for him, but I mean, listen, usability wise, it increases quite a bit with this card. Shadow chemistry style for the pace boost as well as defensive boost. Left-footed, 5'8". Press proven. Oh, and he actually has defensive playstyles. That's actually pretty good. And intercept as well with a relentless. That's pretty solid. Not too bad. Not too bad. Because again, you never know what happens in the future with some of these cards, right? But Ito, I honestly didn't know this guy went to Bayern Munich. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. This guy had an evolution last year that was glitched. I think he was like one of the highest rated ones at a certain point, and he was fantastic to use. But again, I don't know if I would want to do dead ball for a card like this. I take it back. Doesn't look that bad on a shadow. He's a lengthy. You would work with the dribbling a little bit. I mean, being able to switch him in game is not horrible. Jockey, anticipate, block, incisive whip pass. It's not too bad. Bayern Munich links is like the main thing to work with there. Jordi Alba. I mean, listen, the main reason to do a card like this, even I would consider doing this card like just on the review account. Nah, but it wouldn't be for that many cards though. It would just be for Messi. That's the main thing. I mean, this card would be someone you look into quite a bit if you have this card. Right? Like if you packed him or something, then obviously you want to make the links as easy as possible because Spanish is not hard to work with at all, and neither is Argentina, to be fair. So that wouldn't be horrible either. Juranovic. This guy's got to be a lengthy. He's not, but he's not poorly formatted though, so Shadow will still be nice on him. Right back, left back position as well, right-footed. I mean, you could totally do that, but because like I said, Kadioglu is a right-footed player on the left-hand side, and honestly, he still performs pretty nicely. But I always like to have strong foot on the strong side because there's situations where you're dribbling in those side positions and you want to be able to do like a through ball and stuff, but if they're passing it with their strong foot on the opposite side, they pass it on the inside instead of the outside. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when they have the weak foot, like they'll hit them, but it just depends, right? Robinson, from the rare gold card, I mean, there's obviously this one you can do an evolution on that turns into a beast, so I don't know if I'd go down that route. Unless you want the playstyles and the improvements on the card, that is one thing to consider. This card wouldn't be horrible to choose either. Again, if you want the links in your team, German left back, Rom is usually pretty solid to work with. He's just like a very good physical type of left back, you know? So you can't really go wrong with that either. But again, Whether you pay the price for it will depend on the person. Fran Garcia, Real Madrid links. I think most people would probably do Mendy over Fran Garcia, but at the same time, like making this card way more usable when you don't know he's going to get a promo card in the future, right? Like he's not bad, right? It's a more agile left back by the looks of it. Attacking wing back plus. Quick step to work with, rapid as well. Quick step and rapid's really cool. Can't really go wrong with that either. Sergino Dest for PSV, American links. It's a left back plus for attacking wing back. Right-footed player with 4-star weak foot, so not too bad there. Livramento. Yeah, might not be bad. Physical right back, but might be really good defensively. Jockey, anticipate, technical is actually nice. Not too bad there for Livramento. This one's gonna have a lot of options, man. A lot of options. Obviously, like try to go with players that are as sentimental as possible, but there's a lot of cool ones, man. I mean, like even Simicast gets one too. Like it just makes them way more usable. Would they cost that much on the market? More debatable, I would say, but for some of them, like for some of them, like they would probably be more on the market. Ryerson was the guy that we were looking at the other day because this guy is well, he's a lengthy only on an anchor. So it's a little cooked there. Oh, look, a usable version of Nuno Santos. Look at that. Honestly, Sporting fans will look into this just because they need the link to Gyökeres. And then in the future, you never know if like they do a cool card for Trincão or a cool card for Pedro Gonçalves as well. Lindelof gets one. Yeah, this one has a ton, bro. Yilmaz from Galatasaray. Calafiori gets one. If you've been doing the chain evolutions on him, he looks pretty good. Looks really solid. Calafiori definitely looks really nice. Zalewski, Roma player. Really big improvement on him, actually. That's a big one. But defensive stats lower with a left back plus. Depends on the person, I guess. But let's see who else is trending here. Udogi, Balde, Hernandez. Yeah, you guys wish you could do Hernandez. Are you crazy? You guys wish, bro. Camavinga? That's a good one to check, actually. You can't have the center mid position, though. It's what it says in the actual game. Jordi Alba, Koundé. No, Koundé you can't do either. I mean, I think we've covered up some of the main ones. Like Dalot is fantastic this year. Like, I don't know, they juiced that card up this year. Not Teo Hernandez juice, but like they juiced him. Like he's really good. I don't know if you guys tried out that new promo card, but the new promo card is very solid. But any of the evolutions for him would be great. Mendy would be a fantastic choice, and I think Udogi, Balde, DeMarco, a lot of good choices in this, man. Like I think there's a lot to work with depending on the situation of your team. So yeah, a good evolution. Not one I mind paying for, because that's a lot of play styles being added to these cards, guys, and really good play styles too. Like Deadball Plus is also pretty good. Like in the fullback position, you just whip in those corner kicks, maybe a free kick, and you just bang them into the back of the net. So a lot of good stuff to work with on that evolution. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the evolution video. We're going to see if they drop this icon pack in like 30 minutes, and then we'll also do the review for David, because I think that's supposed to be out today as well. So I will see you guys then. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.